Welcome back to Dmac Mad Gaming. I'm your host Dmac, and here we believe gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. And today we're talking about Bioware because Bioware's in the news again. And recently in the news again is because of their secret projects that Bioware's working on. And when I heard this, I was like, what secret projects is Bioware working on that's going to be any interest to me? So I got online, went to Reddit, talked to some of my fellow gamers on Reddit, and they gave me a link to Bioware's website. And when I went to their website, I came across the general manager, Casey Hudson's blog. And so I read his blog. In the beginning of his blog, he's talking about how he's grateful to the gaming community for the great feedback they've been giving to him about Anthem and how excited he is about Anthem. Anthem is coming to its last stages of development and how they've been working hard on the game mechanics for Anthem and the facial animations and the narrative so it can be a great game for the gaming community. And they really appreciate all the positive criticism the gaming community has given him for Anthem. And Anthem will be coming out February 2019. And he also told the gaming community that he will be at PAX West this year. So come and check it out to see some of the new gameplay that they're going to be showing off at PAX West this year. And then we got further into the blog, and he was talking about some of the old franchises that Bioware wants to start working on again. And I'm thinking to myself, what old franchises are y'all decided to work on that you haven't worked on for many years? One of them is Star Wars Old Republic. Now, I got to be totally transparent with you guys. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I never played Star Wars Old Republic. I heard a lot of great things about this game in a series, in a franchise, but I never really played it. But I heard a lot of good things about it. And BioWare says this is an old franchise that's really dear to the gaming community. And they want to make some more content for Star Wars Old Republic. So I decided, they're making some more content for it, so it's still relevant. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get a copy of Star Wars Old Republic and see what the hype is all about. Really interested to see what that game is about this weekend. Then he was talking about Dragon Age. We ain't had Dragon Age in a while. And then he has a secret team working on Dragon Age like he has a secret team working on Star Wars Old Republic. And then he got to Mass Effect. That's when I started gritting my teeth as I'm reading the blog. What you got to say about Mass Effect? Because you left a lot of us hanging with Mass Effect Andromeda because you stopped the production of the single player support that we're supposed to get to finish off the narrative for Mass Effect Andromeda. So what are you saying about Mass Effect Andromeda, Casey Hudson? And he stated that he got a small team working on that as well in the backgrounds of Bioware. And I'm thinking to myself, this is what everybody's excited about. So I went back to Reddit to talk to some of the fellow gamers that gave me the link to the Bioware's website. What's so exciting about this? I said to them. And they said, well, they're going to work on some more Mass Effect games and some more Dragon Age games and work on some more content for Star Wars Old Republic. That's exciting, DMAC. Well, for Dragon Age and Star Wars Old Republic, yeah, that's exciting. But for Mass Effect, it's not. He's like, why? Everyone hated Mass Effect Andromeda. And you know the reasons why. I'm like, yes, the facial animations were horrendous. The writing wasn't the greatest writing ever. The Andromeda Galaxy wasn't that interesting because there wasn't a lot of planets to explore, and the two alien species that was in the Andromeda Galaxy wasn't that interesting to you guys. So you feel like it was a waste of time to even continue playing the game. But I enjoy Mass Effect Andromeda, and I enjoy the narrative. I put many hours into that game to get all the missions done, to get the full story of Mass Effect Andromeda, and the game left me on some major cliffhangers that they never finished, and that pisses me off. We understand that, DMAC, they said to me, but the game wasn't popular with the majority of the gaming community, so they didn't make the money they would think they was going to make on it, so they had to cancel the single player DLC support. And I'm thinking to myself, well, they could have given us that DLC to finish off the narrative and stop working on the Mass Effect series for a while. Because they said they were going to stop working on it for a while, put it on the shelf, and they was going to come back to it later. But they're coming back to a lot sooner than later, don't you think? And they're like, yeah, but I think they're going to do a remaster, one of the guys in Reddit said to me. And I'm thinking to myself, why would they do a remaster when a Mass Effect trilogy that Casey Hudson worked on, he was one of the lead producers of the Mass Effect trilogy, why would they do a remaster? I mean, the only thing they're going to probably improve on is some of the graphics, and there's not going to be a real big graphic improvement. And that's about it. Give me some more textures and colors. They can't add any more content to it because the series is finished. They finished off the Milky Way narrative. So how they gonna give you any extra content? And a lot of us like, yeah, you're right, because they're not gonna change the combat system because they have to make a whole new game that way. That'd be a waste of time and resources. They want to say, well, they probably gonna tell a new story, maybe back in the Milky Way after the Reaper invasion. That would be silly to do as well, because how do we know that the Reapers didn't wipe out everything? And at the end of the, if you play the Mass Effect trilogy, you have several options, and they stopped it. You have several options. They're gonna continue from one of them options, or they're gonna let you choose the option. I don't think they're gonna do that as well. And I said, why don't they just keep the foundation of the narrative they have from the Andromeda series? Like, but that narrative wasn't really interesting, and it didn't make any sense. What's to some people, because they didn't finish the whole game. They didn't put all that time and effort into getting every clue, finishing every mission to get the full narrative of the game. But if you play the game completely through and got the full narrative, there's lots of information that they can use for the next installment. But they need to work on some DLC to finish off the narrative that they started with a drama. It would make no sense to start off in a new galaxy or go back to the Milky Way when they got a narrative already established in Mass Effect Andromeda. I said to them, you have a big point. You got a real interesting point there, Dmac. And so I was saying to them, like I was saying to you guys right now, what is it to get excited about? Maybe for Dragon Age and Star Wars Old Republic, but I'm not gonna get excited about Mass Effect because they cheated me. I feel like I robbed. I put $60 down for a full narrative, and I didn't get it, and I'm heated. And no matter what Casey Hudson says on his blog or what he tells to interviewers, it's not going to make me happy. The only thing that's going to make me happy is they release some DLC to finish the narrative before they tell a new story. That's all I'm saying. But I'll let you know you guys thought in the comment section below. Are you excited about these old franchises that they're going to start working on again? Do you feel like it's a good thing that Bioware is working on these old franchises, because they're some of the biggest IPs that Bioware has ever worked on? Do you feel like that the Mass Effect could have a new story? Do you even care if they continue working on Mass Effect? Are you more interested in Star Wars or Republic or Dragon Age? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Because I'm just kind of confused. I will let know you guys thought, because I'm angry and confused at the same time. This is supposed to make us happy. I don't see how, but maybe I'm jumping the gun. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for staying to the end of the video. Make sure you hit that like button and share. That helps out the channel a lot. Make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe button to be notified when I upload more videos like this. And always, keep gaming. My name is Dmac. You watch Dmac